This is a dangerous time for me, where I'll be tempted by the 6-inch line.
Yes, yes, to only one you listen.
This is only one, Kenobi, only one. In this video I want to talk to you about the 6-inch line versus the 3.75. I'm getting more and more into the idea of getting 6-inch figures. I can't resist it any longer. The quality is far too good. The deals at the minute have been so great that I'm picking up certain things. I always knew this would happen. I always would buy figures or characters that I like a lot. Like this guy. This was £11 in the Entertainer. I'm going to do a full review on him in a separate video. And also, more than a review, I want to, you know me, if you know my channel, I like to discuss characters, tie it in with the vintage collection as well. This is my favourite area of collecting. And maybe, well, I still want to see him in the vintage collection. But anyway, and this guy as well, I always knew I'd get one of these eventually. But for £11, it's just an absolute bargain. So I know I'm going to get more and more 6-inch figures in the future. If you stay with me in this video now, later on I'm going to go through to my other room there, and I'm going to show you how I currently display any loose figures I've got in the 6-inch line. My collection is minimal, tiny. I don't have hardly any figures in the 6-inch line. That is because I made a conscious decision a long time ago to stick with one scale. I have an extensive collection, as you can see, of carded vintage collection 3.75 figures. I have a massive collection of loose 3.75. My idea was that I only ever wanted in a collection room to see one scale, 3.75. I just didn't see the point in duplicating it in a bigger figure. I just thought, well, not only was it that, saving my bank balance, I just thought, well, I'm just going to stick to one area of collecting. However, as time goes on, I just see more and more characters that look great, like for example Veers, Piet, Tarkin. I just think, my god, they just look so good, and the facial sculpts are amazing. There's an Obi-Wan figure coming out as well in the future, which I'm definitely going to buy. The current figures I actually own are my favourite characters, and I made that decision as well a while ago. I thought, well, if there's a really good character that I love, I will buy it. That's why I've got a Revan in the 6-inch line, and I've got an AT-AT driver. They were in the same wave as well, happily enough. But as I say, the deals are so good. I've picked up a few here now. I'm going to do a review of them. But I want to know what you like. What do you like? Are you sticking with one scale? Do you dabble in a bit of both? Or are you like flyguy.net? I've been watching his videos, the Scottish guy. And he's the reason I got into the vintage collection in the first place, to be honest with you. But now when you see his videos, he talks about the 3.75 scale of figures like it's a thing of the past. He does still collect it and review it, but you can tell he always says, it just looks so tiny. And it sure it does if you get your hands on these bigger figures. But anyway, that's the situation with me. I just thought I'd have a little chat with you as well. It's been a while since I've uploaded. I'm going to cut there. I'm going to go through to the next room and show you what's going on there. Join me. So this is another room in my home, and this is where I keep my current, excuse the lighting by the way, it's going to be a tricky video to do because of the lighting. This is where I keep my small, tiny handful of collection of 6-inch figures. I was quite happy with how I decided to display them because there was only a few of them. I found space to display them on the wall. Now, the reason I got these was because about 2 years ago, it will be 3 years ago this spring, I got some 6-inch figures because, they were £10 each in Asda, which is a local supermarket. Which I couldn't say no to getting them, really. This one I didn't get. I got this one, and I got this one, and I got this guy because I purposefully wanted to buy the entire wave that had Revan in it. And he is an awesome figure. So as I say, as you can see, that's all I have. Oh, and I also got this. When they announced the 40th anniversary vintage style 6-inch stuff, I kind of got it thinking I was going to keep it carded. It didn't work out because it didn't look quite good. It didn't look good though, it didn't look as I expected it next to my 3.75 cards. I didn't like it actually, so I thought, well, let's just open it up because you got this lovely display stand with the Vader. I thought, well, that'll be cool. I actually have half of them. There's still some ones missing, the Jawa, Sandperson, 3PO, so anyway, I'll look out for them. And that is about it. I think I got this guy from Home Bargain a while ago, for £5.99. It's hard not to buy the stuff. And that's about it. The other stuff I've got is the stuff I just showed you a minute ago. £11. But here's another issue I've got, ladies and gentlemen. I've got a big issue. I'm getting this stuff home, fully expecting to open it and review it. And I'm getting it home, and because of this goddamn pegboard that I have in my home, there it is. I'm getting it home, and I'm hanging it on the pegs because it just looks quite good on the pegs. You know what I mean? I've had it up for about a week now, and I thought to myself, well, I'll do this video where I talk about what I've got. And there's Darth Maul there. Sorry about the lighting. It's very difficult to light this room because there's a window right behind there, and that casts a shadow on me. And even if I close all the blinds, it's just difficult to light this pegboard. But anyway, yeah, so I just ended up kind of like hanging it on the pegs, which is nonsense because I want it loose badly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up, review it, and then in terms of displaying it, well, I got this guy as well this week for £5.99. I'll talk about him in a second. In terms of displaying it, I mean, I only did this because there was nowhere else to display it, and that's the reason why I've got all my 3.75 figures in boxes right now. There's nowhere in the world I can display it all. However, because I only had a few 6-inch figures, there was only a few to display. I figured, well, you know, that'd be quite cool just to put each one on a little pedestal there, a little platform. I've got these two guys together to save some space. And then there you go. It works out all right, doesn't it? So basically, these guys will join them. I might take some of these pictures off the wall. And then there's a Donkey Kong machine there. Big fan of Donkey Kong. I'm going to make some more space, have these guys displayed. Let's talk about this fella. I'm going to review him separately. Let's get the best lighting on this guy. Let me move this way. Yeah, so this guy here, right? I have been eyeing this figure up for a long time. Sorry, there you go. He's been on offer for £5.99 on shelves in home bargain shops for a long time. I've been tempted to buy him on numerous occasions. Last time I thought about buying him, the figure was cross-eyed, but this one looks alright. When I looked at him in the box this week, I thought, that is Ben Mendelsohn. I've got to buy him now. I have you now. So I do have him, and I'm going to review him also. As I say, when I do review these figures individually, I'm going to discuss the potential in the vintage collection. Now, this guy needs to be in the vintage collection on a vintage card. No question. So I've got a Snow Trooper there. What else have we got? Snow Trooper. Oh, yeah. There's just a few others I picked up in the past. Sabine Wren, she came with this wave. And that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Lots to do in the future, lots to discuss, and as I say, lots to review and lots to buy. I'm going to get into 6-inch, I think, more and more and more. More and more and more indeed. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only One. Out.